All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, we are back again on the other side of the coin, and look who I've got here. It's obviously I'm dealing with Matisse on a weekly basis. He's here on my channel as well, here and there. But I don't know if you guys all remember, DAMI is one that used to be in my channel quite a lot back in the days when YouTube wasn't even a thing. Do you know what I mean? It was just us boys sitting around and just having a conversation. But this used to be the original group, DAMI, Matisse, myself, we'd be just talking football on a regular basis. And I thought it's timely to get us all together and get some conversations going on. There's so much happening and some big matches coming up. And I'm pretty sure we're going to get a lot of laughters today for sure. But first of all, my man, Matisse, how you doing?
Doing well, man. Doing very well. It's crunch time in the season. Everything's kicking off, big games. It doesn't get any better than that. Do you know what I mean? That's what we all want. So thank God our season has a purpose, unlike our next opponent.
Yeah. I can't imagine not having to play for anything with like 3 or 4 games to go. It's like, might as well just go to bed and just wake up next season. Do you know what I mean? DAMI, my boy, it's been a while. How's things?
Hey, listen. Man is
Mr. Bombastic.
Mr. Bombastic in the building. Obviously, like, things are mad, didn't it? I'm coming from things are mad right now, but hey, what can we do? Just looking forward to that game tomorrow. We need to absolutely dismantle them, brothers. I'm coming from that place.
100%, man. I can't have it any other way, DAMI, man. We'll definitely talk about the Arsenal game because that last time we played them in December, that defeat, honestly, is probably one of the most embarrassing defeats I've had to endure for a very, very long time. I'm pretty sure we were all so upset. But we're going to park that for a little bit because we're going to come back to that. There's going to be a lot of laughter and a lot of fun talking about that situation now. I want to start talking about Man City and how they've been rattled. I've been watching a lot of Big Six, DAMI. I'll go to you first up because I want to let Matisse sort of, just get ready for what I'm about to bring here. DAMI, I'm not sure about you. I've been watching a lot of Big Six lately because it's hella entertaining, but at the same time, Chelsea's, they're winning left, right, and center. So I love watching Matisse going into that channel with the swagger and all the smile, and no one's really got nothing to say to us. But one fella over there is playing it tough and really putting us, like, trying to make it seem like we're just here to make up the numbers. We're just here to make up the numbers. I'm talking about Big Steve. Big Steve is bringing the fire, and he's disregarding, DAMI, the 2 defeats Man City has copped from us. And let me paint a picture for you, DAMI, right? They can go on and say, oh, but we did a lot of rotation. We didn't have our proper team. No. I don't look at it that way. I mean, we've rotated as well. The way I look at it is that you were in the FA Cup semi-final. You got knocked out. Clean sheet. We probably could have put in away more goals. You weren't good enough. This one, you were actually ahead and you had the opportunity to win the league. And we came back, we won the game. And once again, we took care of business. And it seems like they're rattled. Like for me, it seems like they're rattled, but they don't want to admit it, DAMI. I feel like they're so rattled deep inside that I think Thomas Tuchel has got the number of Pep Guardiola. I completely think we're going to do the 3-peat on them. But how are you feeling, man? Like City talking it up like, oh, but we haven't got our proper team playing. How you feel about the whole thing?
You see rattled, I see fear. I'm coming from. You see rattled, I see fear. City fans are scared. They are scared. They honestly, right now, I don't think there's no team in world football that would like to go up against Chelsea and Thomas Tuchel at one time. The swagger, the movement, the flow, the audaciousness of our players. You can't beat us right now. Do you know where I'm coming from? So
I love it.
Yeah. He can talk about, because honestly, I've had Steve on my channel before, the day before we piped them in the FA Cup. He felt like it was going to be a walk in the park. He thought they were going to smack us silly. We went down, we beat them. Now, this second game, a lot of City fans are saying they started their second base team. I don't do if buts and maybes. You know, I'm coming from. I don't do any of that. I do absolutes, and that's exactly what we did. We came back for the first time under Thomas Tuchel this year against a strong City side. They said that they rested people. We rested people too. Gilmore ain't no starter. You know, I'm coming from. Marcos Block Alonso is not a starter either. You know, them man not starters. So like for me, I think it's fair. Do you know what I mean? And
we beat Billy Gilmore in midfield, Tommy. We beat them with Billy Gilmore in midfield. Do you know what I mean? The guy is still studying the game. He's still an undergrad. Do you know what I mean?
I said undergrad. Oh Jesus Christ! But like I said, man, Billy, good player, but he's not starting for Chelsea right now. Do you know what I'm saying? So all these people that are trying to undermine what Tuchel has done, what Chelsea have done, sit down. You understand? And take your pipe in. Just do it like that. You have to do it to me.
Matisse, my boy, you've been listening. I've been seeing you in Big Six. I can tell you're just waiting. You're waiting for that final eagerly. You're putting in the words here and there and rattling Big Steve, and Big Steve is doing all the talking, running his mouth, and you're just literally sitting there and listening them yapping away. And Toby as well, just throwing in the barbs here and there. I know exactly what you're thinking in your head. That you boys, you don't know what is coming for you. And honestly, it's going to hit them so hard in the face. But I want to now talk about how they keep saying that they haven't played their real team. And I love the stuff that you said in the last Big Six episode where you said, it's not a secret. You're making it seem like we don't know who your real team is.
Recipe.
Like we've never seen Kyle Walker play before. We've never seen, John Stones and Ruben Diaz together. We've never seen Kevin De Bruyne. And I love how you said that. And similarly, I feel like it's going to be a mad challenge for Tuchel as well to say that, okay, you think we've beaten your B team twice. It's going to be a big challenge for me now to ensure that I beat your A team as well. So they're sort of confident that their A team is going to take care of us. But similarly, I think Tuchel will be very, very interested to knock out this A team as well. Wouldn't you say?
Of course. Look, the thing is with Manchester City, this whole mind games like A team, B team, we haven't played our cards. This is poker. Like I said, logically, it doesn't stack up for me because, like I said, they've played their A team a lot of times this season, and those are the games that you study. In my opinion, it's not particularly difficult. Now, Thomas Tuchel is extremely intelligent. He knows Kevin De Bruyne. These players they're not secret. They're not wonder kids or hidden gems. We know how Kevin De Bruyne plays the false nine role. We know how Phil Foden plays on the left with Mahrez on the right. We know that Fernandinho is probably going to start in the midfield and Gundogan and probably Bernardo Silva. We know that Zinchenko is going to be left back. Walker's probably going to be right back or Cancelo. Potentially Walker to deal with Werner's pace. And we know that Diaz and Stones are going to be in centre back with Ederson and goal. I've just named their lineup. What is this? What is this secret? Seriously, like for real, what is this?
Unless they're bringing like a Messi or something, a special occasion.
Unless Pep's going to freak out and do some sort of tactical, do you know what I'm saying, spin and change up the whole thing. That is their lineup. Literally, I can name their whole lineup to a T. I can name every single person that's going to play. Maybe bar one, there's going to be maybe a little change at right back potentially between Cancelo and Walker because they're both very good. It's not difficult to figure out who's going to play. What's going to be interesting is how Manchester City deal with the pressure. I love it. I love it when Chelsea are the underdogs. I love it. I love it when nobody thinks we're going to win, when nobody believes in us, when they think it's going to be a walkover. That is my time. I love it. I don't run from it. I love it. And that's why on that show, a lot of the times I sit there and I just smile because my team is constantly undermined. My team is constantly told that, the moment between you and Tuchel, the honeymoon period is over. And then it just keeps continuing and continuing and continuing. They don't want to give him his due respect, his proper actual respect he deserves. I feel like, Bayern Munich had the same energy in 2012, Barcelona, and most teams that we feature against in the Champions League at this stage, we're always the underdogs. Chelsea are very rarely the favourites for anything in terms of, the latter stages of European competition in the Champions League. So I have absolutely no problem with them thinking that they're going to smash us. Because for me, if they think that, then I'm sure Pep and his players will feel the pressure to do that because they're going to be favourites. And that means our players, well, we're underdogs. And the team talk is so simple. They think they're going to beat you.
Absolutely,
show them
Matisse.
that they're not. Simple.
Absolutely. The way I look at it, Matisse, is that we've beaten them twice. So as you said, the pressure's on them to now perform against us. We've already proven them, we can beat you. And we're going to go into this final as underdogs once again, because the whole world is sort of, got them as favorites. So, the pressure's off us, as you said. And we're definitely going to continue talking about this. But I need to raise this. Rafael Javed, thank you so much for this. Raise voice for Palestine, MIZ. Honestly, look, I don't know the whole ins and out, but I have been seeing some news about it in recent times. Some parents have been keeping me up on it. I saw Hakim Ziyech live earlier this morning with some of his friends, and they were raising awareness as well. They've got a link. So, guys, go out there. I'm pretty sure either Hakim Ziyech or one of his people that he's following, they have a link where you can donate and help out the people in Palestine, especially during this month of Ramadan and all the injustice that's happening there. So I just wanted to shout that out. Please go out there and help as much as you can. Dami, in this second game for Man City, Pep Guardiola, the first time I've sort of felt that he is seriously under some sort of, Thomas Tuchel juju at the moment, is that he ended up changing his formation to match the three at the back with us. I just feel, why do you want to do that when Thomas Tuchel has been mastering this for the last 3 to 4 months with Chelsea, and you've never ever played the three at the back, but you've felt the need to do that in this particular match where if you win the Premier League? For me, I felt like that's a little bit of I think he's starting to panic a little bit inside that, the way he got beat in the FA Cup semi-final, that I've got to do something. How do you feel about that?
See, my nickname for Pep Guardiola is Tinkerbell. I'm coming from. That's what they got up with. Like, he likes tinkering things. And once Pep loses once like that, goes into a more critical game, he gets afraid. We've seen Pep do this over the years. That is one of his that is Pep Guardiola's Achilles heel. Once he gets into positions where he's not entirely sure how to counter-attack the opponent, like how to attack the tactics, he just starts doing things that are crazy. He's out there trying to match up Thomas Tuchel. We've seen teams try and match Chelsea formation-wise under different managers, and right now as well. Yeah. And it just never works. Real Madrid tried it in Real Madrid. Got shafted for the first 30 minutes, and they had to sort of readjust the way they played. We've seen it so many times. So Pep doing that is literally, from, like I said, is fear. That's what it is, fear, because he knows what Tuchel is capable of. We've seen when Pep speaks about other managers that he knows he's got a one-up on. Oh, they are very good, and I know what this is. When he speaks about Tuchel, you can hear in his voice, he doesn't even gas him up like that, because he knows when he gets on the pitch with his players, that there's going to be an actual proper battle there. So he's seen what Tuchel has done to this squad. He's making all these players look so much better, improving the likes of Antonio Rudiger. Jorginho has a new lease of life. I'm coming from all these different individuals, even Ben Chilwell. So all these people keep improving. So for me, like I said, it's just fair. That's all I can sense at that City camp. We're coming for blood, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're coming to do right now. I'm not really too bothered about them. Like I like being the underdog in this situation. All the bookmakers have put Man City to win. They think, yes, I like it. Inject that into my veins. That way in it. So that's just how I feel.
There's a lot of bookmakers that are going to be very, very sad. Very, very sad that night. I can't wait. By the way, May 29th is my birthday, boys. So make sure you wish me happy birthday on that day. We're going to win the Champions League, and we're going to celebrate DAMI style. That's what we're going to do. Matisse.
That's pressure.
I want to show you a clip. I'm pretty sure you've seen this clip. And off the back of this clip, I want you to tell me that Pep Guardiola is not worried about us, right? I want to show you this clip. It's an interesting clip. So it goes something like this, where Reece James absolutely burns Mendy, and then just make sure, look at Pep.
Look at Pep's face.
Look at Pep. He is absolutely distraught. Now, you're telling me this man is sleeping peacefully, knowing that Thomas Tuchel has had his number? I mean, surely, Matisse, deep down, he is worried. I remember a journalist said just before the last match when we played in the FA Cup semi-final, one of the journalists said that, Thomas Tuchel, your record against Pep Guardiola is 5-0, I think. But all of those games were played in Bundesliga when he was managing Mainz and then Dortmund, right? And then the journalists were saying, however, now, do you feel that maybe the balance could be a bit better because Chelsea team is far better than Dortmund's team? And, you know, in regards to the talent and Man City, it's far more balanced to a degree as opposed to Dortmund versus Bayern Munich, which was always a mammoth task for Thomas Tuchel. And surprise, surprise, he's got the 2 wins. Do you reckon deep down even Pep knows that as much as we may play this card that, I didn't play my real team, but we all know Man City's B team. Jose Mourinho said that once, Man City A team should win the competition and the B team should probably come second. That's how much he rated the B team. You know very well, Matisse, that Pep deep down is somewhat shitting himself in this particular fixture.
I think when I look at that moment as well, it's going to be very interesting to see. Obviously, this is a while away, the lineup, but Reece James, whether he plays or not, because we've been seeing Azpilicueta in that position quite a lot. Reece James played really, really well, created a lot of chances from that side of the pitch. And we know Reece James is just, you know, in terms of going forward, is just a bit more of a threat. Now, when it comes to Pep, I just think the mind is a very complicated thing. And you know, people were thinking to themselves, well, maybe we should, you know, not win this game, or we should draw, and trying to psych out Pep for the final. For me, there's no better thing to do than win. Do you know what I'm saying? There's no better prep for the game in the Champions League than to win this one. Gives our players confidence. It could potentially have Pep second guessing himself. We don't know. But even if Pep and Man City play their strongest, well, they will play their strongest 11 if, you know, if everyone's fit and available, and they play their normal formation, they don't change to a 3 at the back like they did on the weekend. In-game management is a thing. Do you know what I mean? In-game management is a thing. I think people forget that. Sometimes they just pick their 11 like FIFA, pick their formation and send them out, and they think that's job done. For the managers, it's really not. In-game management is a thing. And these two managers tactically are of the highest level. Do you know what I'm saying? So don't think that you won't see little tweaks during the game that could throw one manager off. And this is where the mind games comes in. If Pep is in any way, shape or form second guessing himself under that pressure. Remember, Pep Guardiola's only won the Champions League once. For all of his success, you know, potentially up there with, we don't know, with one of the greatest managers to ever come into the game, and is chasing the, you know, prestigious position of number 1 in that regard. He's only won the Champions League once, and that was with Barcelona. He didn't do it with Bayern Munich. He hasn't done it with City yet, hence their first final. None of these City players have done it either. Of course, none of our players have done it, but they've at least got the club crests to fall back on of one winning it before. Do you know what I'm saying? There's a little bit of that. But Man City as a club, this is their first time there. And I've always said, usually when you get to the final, you have to experience some heartbreak before you go on. You
have to, bro.
You have to. We experienced it with Moscow and then Munich. Liverpool experienced it with Real Madrid in the final and then beating Tottenham. Bayern Munich experienced it with losing to us and then winning against Dortmund. And I'm sure there's other examples as well. So, you know, I just think to myself, you're in it for the first time. This confidence is adorable because it's going to be a very, very difficult game for you. And
bro, they need to be humbled, bro. They need to be humbled.
Listen, it's funny because I personally thought the second defeat would have humbled them a little bit. Even though there were some changes, we played Marcus Alonso, Billy Gilmore came in, Ziyech, who doesn't usually start, came in as well. There was no Mount, no Chilwell, no Silva, no Kai Havertz, no Jorginho. You would have thought that might have, okay, cool, respect. It's going to be a difficult game. May the best man win. No respect.
A grand, $1,000 with you. Because of
it's funny.
I'll take that, bro. I'll take that. Honestly, no, I'll back you on that grand. I'll back you on that grand, bro.
It's funny because I'm not irresponsible, right? So I was never gonna bet $1,000 on a show with 2,700 people watching. But unless I had a lot of money. But I've got more important things to invest my money in right now. But
that's right, baby.
No, not even just that. I'm talking about
the crypto settings.
I'm talking about YouTube when I get back to London as well. But more importantly, I offered him another bet, which was to wear Chelsea top if we beat them, and obviously vice versa if we don't.
I heard.
And that bet is, you know, that's better for me than money, because money comes and goes. It's just a currency exchange. to get
that one you're gonna remember forever.
Exactly. To get you're trying to tell me I can get a photo of you wearing a Chelsea top, and that can be a picture that we put at the start of the show. That's gold dust. Do you know what I'm saying? That is worth its weight in gold. Big Steve in a Chelsea top would have been beautiful. I personally would have bought it for him. Do you know what I'm saying? I probably would have got the winning goal scorer on the back and everything. So that is worth its weight in gold more than money. The viewers can't see money being exchanged. That's not as entertaining. They can see you wearing that top for the whole stream, and trust me, that's far.
Bro, you know what? Money can't buy everything, bro. Money can't buy everything.
Listen, it's not just because I'm not going to be irresponsible, but also because it's just not as fun for the viewer. It's way more fun the proposition that I put forward to be wearing that team's actual top for the stream. But didn't want to do it, so it is what it is. But like I said, I was willing to go down that road. You think I want to wear a Man City top on stream? Absolutely not. But I'm ready to back my team and do that. But
that just shows which team is actually rattled and which team isn't. Because if he's so confident, because look, all banter aside, right, boys, Dami, Matisse, all banter aside, I can honestly smash my hand on my chest and say that on that day, 29th of May, I give you my biggest faith that we're going to go in there and we're going to bring our A game. It's not going to be one of those ones where, you know, one of these finals, or we just didn't turn up and the opposition got us. It's just a one-off. I'm telling you, I feel so confident about this Chelsea team. I told you, Matisse, you remember in your in the All You Can Eat show when we were talking about the Real Madrid, and you said to me, Miz, you're damn confident. I'm like, I've seen enough. I've seen enough of this team.
I'm going to keep bringing this proposal to him every single Big Six show until the end. Because if they are 100% confident in themselves that they'll win, well, then there's no risk. Bet. Well, then there's no risk. What are you worrying about? Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to think about wearing the top because it's not going to happen. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
exactly.
It's going to be interesting. The build up to this game is going to be nuts.
And he's been talking it up in the Big Six so heavily that he literally said, we are going to blow you guys apart. When our A team comes in, we're going to, might as well just put that bet and get ready to wear that Chelsea jersey, my man. Seriously, get ready. I mean, look, it is still early days. But Dami, how you feeling just quickly before we wrap things up about this particular topic and move on to the Arsenal one? How you feeling about the final? Are you feeling the same way as all of us are feeling, that come that day, we are going to be 6'7" tall. We are going to be 6'7" tall. And we're going to be absolutely bossing it on that day.
On Twitter.com, I'll be like that. On YouTube, I'll be like that. Instagram, TikTok, I'll be like that. But deep down, when I'm watching that game in private, like I'm going to myself. So let's not even. This is a UCL final, the third one ever in our history. You know what I'm saying? And I cried in the first two. I don't think I want to cry again. I cried in the first two. Of
course, man.
Bro, we're crying regardless. Like,
regardless, we're crying.
Every Champions League final, I guarantee you cry. It's as simple as that.
But the thing is, like, I cried. Like I said, the first time I cried tears of pain. Innit? The second time I cried tears of pain early, and then I cried tears of joy after. I don't want pain anywhere along the line because my heart. I'm older now, innit? I'm like 9 years older. I'm not trying to get heart palpitations and whatnot, you know. Like, for me, it's a situation whereby obviously this Chelsea team this is the most solid a Chelsea team has been going into UEFA League final, maybe apart from 2008. 2008, that team was really good, was very, very good, and we could have probably won it, but obviously the slip and whatnot. But with this team, it would be unfair for me to not have an ounce of confidence in them at least, because it's actually proven that they have something about them. Tuchel has that swagger in him. Do you know what I'm saying? He's got the swagger, he's got the bounce. Same thing with the players. They seem to be fully invested in what he's doing. So I am very excited for that final. Do you know
what it is? Just to add, when it comes to Man City, right, there isn't enough of a storyline for me. Like, they've never been to a final. There's no redemption. There's no, like, do you know what I mean? It's just like, we're a great team and we're here.
Like, you can't get angry, huh? Like, you can't get angry.
It's like, we're a great team and we're here in the final. I'm just like, it's nice, but you don't quite have anything, you know, there's nothing there in terms of, I'm looking for the storyline now, because this is the latter stages of X Factor, right? Put it like this. It's the latter stages of X Factor. Everybody's a good singer at this stage, but what's the storyline? What's the personality? Do you know what I'm saying? It's just the finer details I'm looking at now. Thiago Silva, never, you know, just come off the back of a final defeat. Thomas Tuchel, just come off the back of a final defeat. Those two there, them two, redemption.
Redemption season, baby. Redemption.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's always, and this is the same with the FA Cup final on the Saturday before we move to Arsenal. Redemption. I don't want to see nothing but a W in that game. I'll take absolutely no excuses from this team. You've just lost the FA Cup final the year before. Redemption.
Players as well. It's not even like it's a different set of people. The same Mason Mounts, the same Jorginhos, the same Rudy. All of them, fam. Every single one of them. All the core people in it. So, man said it's cute.
It's just adorable. Like, it is a very adorable story. It's like, we're a great team and we're here. It's like, okay, lovely. You know what I'm saying? But where's your pain? Where did you suffer to get to the top? Do you know what I'm saying? Where's that?
This is it, Matisse. This is the suffering. This is the suffering.
Maybe next, you know what I'm saying? Maybe next year, come back.
Exactly.
That would be more appropriate. Do you know what I'm saying? I would accept that a little bit more than this way. I think this game is so big because they've leveled us on Premier League titles now after this season. Yeah. We're both doing the big takeover thing. You know what I'm saying? Ruining football. I do a show called The Oil Boys with Steve and Monstar and those guys and Saj as well. If they level us now in Champions League titles, because they've done the Centurions and all this, they might actually just pip us. And obviously the treble as well, domestic treble. They might actually just pip us in terms of achievements and just because the way they've done their achievements. We need to win this to stay ahead of them. That's how I'm looking at it. Because after this season, I think it's almost a level playing field. As long as Thomas Tuchel's in charge, we can say, right, we're taking it back to you again. We're going to try and get that Premier League, but we cannot let them go level with Champions League titles. If we win this Champions League, by the way, guess who we go one behind? Manchester United.
That's big, bro.
That's big. Now you're starting to, you know, you get another one under your belt and you're with the big boys now. Do you know what I mean? The guys that have got 3 and 4 and 5 under their belt. And obviously, at this point, London is not a discussion. We don't need to talk about that.
Nah, it's so true, man. With Pep Guardiola, they've done madness. They've literally won everything that's been possible, bar the Champions League. But Matisse, it's a nice segue. As you said, London is not a discussion. Yeah. And the one thing that annoys me, I'll go to Dami first. I'll let Matisse build up and let him think about a few things before I get to Dami. The one thing that I get so annoyed with these Arsenal fan base is they keep talking about their history above us. They keep talking about their history. The way I'm looking at it, Dami, is I feel like their history is disintegrating. I don't even see it. It's so far away, I can't even see that history anymore. Like, yes. As Matisse said, do you know what I mean? Like, if we win one more Champions League, Dami, Arsenal, we should not even have them in the conversation with us ever again. Like, it will be a disrespect to our name. Is that how you feel?
Do you know what it is? Do you know what's funny? This morning, what happened is I woke up this morning, 5:30, gym settings, got up, did all my things, and I was early in it. So I was like, work, I started a bit early and all of that. I then said, you know what, let me hop onto like Twitter and see what's popping. There was the spaces that there was some Arsenal fans going out, some Chelsea fans talking about history and everything. Why do people, I hate, and this is something that applies in life generally as well, and I had to draw context to like another real life example. Why do people feel like because of their history that they can't fall out of relevancy? You know, I'm coming from. People feel like because of history, you can't fall out of relevancy. I asked one of the Arsenal fans, what kind of phone do you use? He said an iPhone. I said, why? Would you take up a Nokia phone right now because of the history? I don't think you will. I don't think you will. Do you know I'm coming from? So like, why don't you use that? That's the point I'm trying to make. You can have all this history. You can have all this clout from way back.
But can you imagine? Can you imagine if Nokia goes, but we got history. We got history. Get out of here.
That's what I'm saying, isn't it? So they can't. If Nokia can't do that, Apple has taken over. That's what Chelsea have done. That's what City have done, and that's what Arsenal fans are struggling to realize. Only a handful of them actually, and they'll be arguing with me about trophies, that they didn't even watch them win. They're arguing about trophies where their parents they were not even an afterthought yet. They were not even a thought, bro. And that's what they argue with me about. Nah, fam, pack it in, fam. Do you know I'm coming from? That's what they realize. That's what they do, and that's what pisses me off a lot. History, is one thing, but people forget how quickly things can change. Things can change very, very quickly. City, I keep saying this, a decade ago were not relevant. They were not relevant one decade ago. They were not a relevant team back then.
10 years ago, honestly, Dami, 10 years ago,
it's just 10 years. It's just 10 years. And Arsenal have been on decline for more than 5. So it's not even like they just started declining. Them brothers keep on going down and down. It's very gradual. And that's how these things happen. City was gradual as well. Obviously, they came in with the money. I can't remember when the investment took place. Was it 2009, 2010,
2008. I think they won their first league title in
2012
or something.
2012.
Yeah, 2012. Yeah, Aguero.
Yeah, exactly. So you can see it's been what 10, 13, 14 years since they started becoming relevant. Arsenal have been declining for a long amount of time as well. And I keep telling people, and people always say that I'm waffling when I say this, but give it 5 to 7 years. If these men keep on going in this trajectory, they will actually be Division 2, bro. They can't keep on talking like this because things change very quickly.
They've been dropping every season. Like this season, they'll finish at 10th or 9th.
That's what I'm saying. So they keep bringing up history, but history is only relevant for so long. They don't have the kind of untouchable clout that Barcelona, Real Madrid, Manchester, they don't have that kind of clout. They don't have that many trophies. And most of the trophies they do have, obviously a trophy is a trophy, but if you go and look at the statistics, most of those trophies are community shields. They are plates, bro. Do you understand? I'm coming from, don't even get too much into slandering them. That's just how it is. That's what it is. That man should sit down, man.
Man said plates. That's funny. Kafka's view, Arsenal brick phone settings. Oh man, it's peak. It's peak at the moment. Matisse, you interact with a lot of Arsenal fans, and I can't imagine the how you feel mentally when you see some of these rubbishness that's floating around. And I want to bring one of this up recent times, right? And I think it was, I'm not sure, maybe it's Lee Gunner that started this in your London's Club, Carnage, how he said, or was it him, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's a thing now in football Twitter, how there's a comparison between Nicolas Pepe and Pulisic. And look, I don't mind comparisons, right? I don't mind it. I see a lot of it. Matisse and Dami, you can agree. There's so many ridiculous comparisons, even within our fan base, within our players. But this one, I mean, the audacity of Pepe and Pulisic. Just talk to me, man. Just talk to me. How can this be? How can this be even a comparison?
I mean, you know, Torreira was compared with Kante. Sanchez,
shame.
You know, I think Sanchez was compared with Hazard, and the list is endless, really. To be honest, I think when it comes to Pepe, it's one of those things for me where, no disrespect, but I don't think I've seen you kick a ball in the Champions League. I personally don't think I've seen that. Now, Pulisic is inconsistent, right? And I've said this before. And Chelsea fans are very, they're very, you know, up and down with Pulisic, and they don't actually just continue to just reflect on Pulisic properly and then just hold the energy throughout, because really the situation never changes with Pulisic. Pulisic is an immensely talented player, right? Who has the ability to lead us and be our go-to guy in massive games, but he is inconsistent. Why is he inconsistent? Because he is injury prone. So the only reason why he gets drawn into these comparisons is because when you look at his statistics, they don't match his ability because he's injury prone and he's inconsistent. So when he should be developing his game further, kicking on season and refining these areas and performing how he's performed in the last couple of weeks and the end of last season on a more consistent basis, so he can never be drawn in these comparisons, he gets injured. And because he gets injured, he has to start again, or he can't continue to develop, and then it halts him. And because he's had so many injuries in his career, it's halted his development. So he hasn't actually... We've seen what he can do at his best, because we've seen it in the last couple of weeks. At his best, Pepe should never even be talking to him. It shouldn't even be a thing, because he's performing in the Champions League against Real Madrid, and Pepe is performing against Microsoft Excel in the Europa League. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not a comparison. You are not even you're not even in the same room as me. Forget the same conversation. You're not even in the same room. We're not even in the same house. Do you know what I'm saying?
They got dusted by Villarreal. They got dusted by Villarreal. And we've been beating Real Madrid. Pulisic scoring against Real Madrid.
It's all, for me, I said the same thing with Drogba. When you can do it in the big games, but you're inconsistent throughout the season, but you can do it against the best teams, that tells me that, okay, cool. Why are you inconsistent? Okay, if there's a clear reason. If he wasn't injury prone, I'd have a lot more question marks for Christian Pulisic. But because he's injury prone, it's quite clear to me why he's inconsistent. but you can do it against the best teams with the best defenses, with the best midfields. So that tells me you must be a baller, right? You must have something about you. There's something there worth investing in. If you can do it against Real Madrid, if you can do it against Manchester City last season, you can do it against Liverpool last season. So you can do it against Arsenal in the FA Cup final, again, just before going injured. Before he got injured in that FA Cup final, Arsenal fans did, you know what I'm saying?
But Pulisic was owning that game. He was owning that game.
So it's for me, once again, it's just about him staying consistently fit. And once he can be consistently fit, then he can become consistent. So the question mark with Pulisic is never about ability, it's about availability. Not ability, availability, because you need to be available. We need you to be available consistently so we can start seeing these performances more often. And then these conversations don't happen. Conversations shouldn't be happening anyway. But of course, if there's a chink in the armor, then people will latch onto it. And of course, he will be in these conversations. But I've always said, I completely believe in this player. And Pepe, when he was needed against Villarreal, he didn't turn up. Simple as that. Simple as that.
See, the thing with Arsenal fans, like I keep saying, and I said just now, these are the few things they have left in terms of trying to grasp onto something relevant. You know, I'm coming from.
And the other one is Martinelli goal, the slip. They really love that one.
I had some like in the same spaces I'm talking about from earlier on today. I had some fans telling me that Martinelli is a bigger player than Callum Hudson-Odoi. Let's not even go down that correction. You know, I'm not getting involved in stupid arguments, or you know, I left the spaces after that because I said, you know what, I'm not going to pop it just because of some idiotic comments in it. But at the end of the day, you've got the likes of Pepe. Pepe is even 4 years older. That's something I forgot. 4 Bombo Rascal years. That guy's birthday is in 18 days. He's 4 years older than Pulisic. Pulisic has done it on the bigger stage so many more times. And you're comparing the likes of Nicola Pepe to Pulisic, like Matisse said, availability is the most important thing. But when it comes to an actual talent show, if it's a talent show, we know everybody's going to be fit. Pulisic's level is clear. I'm sorry.
No, 100% agree. Honestly,
I'm not sorry. I'm telling you, fam.
No need to apologize. We are spitting facts here, ladies and gentlemen. 121 people live right now. Smash the like button if you're enjoying what you're seeing right now. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. And my boys, their socials are in the description. Get Dami to, you know, whatever the target is. Dami 5K, I suppose that's the next target. Get him to 5K.
Trying to catch me in 5K now. That's what we're trying to do.
Help Dami to get 5K. And Matisse is just flying. But if any chance you haven't subscribed, Matisse has got troops coming up in his channel later today. You know, the announcement's out. This page is all set up. Go and like it. Last time I liked it, there was already about 70 likes and the show hasn't even started. So go and like it. And yeah, he's doing some madness there. But Matisse, one thing I must say about Arsenal, this fixture, we have to win, man. And not just for the top 4. I'm putting that aside for a little bit. I need vengeance because they beat us in the FA Cup and they didn't beat us in December. They embarrassed us in December.
Yeah.
They embarrassed us. And as I said, that defeat, I don't know about you boys, I didn't even feel like talking and doing my review after. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to go to bed. Do you know what I mean? I just wanted to go to bed.
Because it had come off the back of 2 defeats. We had lost to Everton and then we had lost to Wolves. Or maybe it was the other way around, but we had lost those 2 games, I think, and then we
won against West Ham. I think we won against
West Ham, and it was a false narrative because we played poorly that game. I remember it well, and then we lost to Arsenal, and it's the way that we lost. We were absolutely played off the park and embarrassed against a team that, at the time, were in a relegation battle. Now, for me,
we were their first victory, Matisse. We were their first victory after 2 months.
We literally revived them. And this is what I was saying yesterday when I was speaking to Jalili Guna. I feel like there's a lot at stake for us in terms of this fixture. Not only is there redemption and revenge for the wrong performance that was put out at the Emirates, and we need to correct that. Also, top 4, we need 4 points to cement it and guarantee it. So this fixture really, as far as I'm concerned, you win this game and it's basically top 4 is done and dusted for us. Not mathematically, but technically for me it is. So,
I mean, practically as well, because if you look at it, like obviously, like I know that West Ham can still win the game and they'd be 6 points. From a goal perspective, Chelsea are not conceding 13 goals in the next 2 games. So, like for me, like it's more or less done. This Arsenal game kills it off, completely kills it off. So, but nah,
and also it's the final note in the coffin, because the last thing they really have to play for now is a bit of pride. To come to a London derby and win would be I don't know. It would be something for them to take, I guess, for the end of the season.
Champions League, and Arsenal fans would make more noise about that victory. You know, that's what this is for.
We need to silence them, you know, because
Yeah.
the Villarreal game ended their season. Now we need to just completely put a lid on anything. Twitter will be silent from them if this game can get wrapped up nicely. You know, there's still some muttering going on, but not much. You know, there's a few people that are still clinging on. They know the season is basically done. And like you said earlier, I speak to a lot of Arsenal fans on a weekly basis. I speak to Turkish, obviously, twice a week. Deludi Guna once a week on a Monday. Lee once a week as well. All of them, by the way, really level-headed Arsenal fans who actually just speak facts. There's no tribal. There's no tribal, you know, like kind of silly debates,
like constant banters.
They know the truth about their team right now. So it's not even going to be a thing where I walk in there and enjoy the W, because I feel like they already know that it's potentially coming anyway. But it would just be nice to just put a lid on that Emirates performance, because the Emirates performance was the worst performance of the season. I know West Brom was bad, but West Brom for me was clearly lack of concentration. Off, we move on. That Arsenal game, after 2 defeats already, was an absolute disgrace. And I'm telling you, if you think I'm overdoing it and you think I'm being dramatic, go back and watch that game and see if you don't feel angry in some type of way. And not the highlights, the whole 90. Go back and watch that game and tell me you don't feel it, because that game was honestly a joke. It was awful.
That game was so, and that's the game that kickstarted my channel, blood. That's how angry I was.
That was the one. That was the one, Dami.
That was the one. We were losing before, but that one I was like, nah, pack it up. Do you know where I'm coming from? Pack everything up. And that's where we are. Do you know what I'm saying? That game, honestly, like I said on my stream yesterday, I want us to destroy Arsenal so bad. I need the police there from arresting people, because I want us to destroy them. Do you know where I'm coming from? I want us to do things that are not even meant to be humanly possible to Arsenal.
Violate.
Even an understatement. Do you know where I'm coming from? I want us to destroy them. Do you know where I'm coming? I don't want to use any profane language this morning because it's not even 12 o'clock, but you're a cat. Do you know what I'm saying? But I want us to absolutely dismantle them, because I need us to qualify. Because like I said yesterday, I was saying this on my stream. I said, because I had like a DAMI talks yesterday, I was basically saying that this Arsenal victory does multiple things. It's not a one-time thing. It kills off any pride that was left in that stupid half of London. Do you know what I'm saying? So any little answer, you know, when you're
deluded half, bro, deluded.
You know, when there's a little bit of sugar in the sugar pot and there are like a few granules, we've knocked everything out when we beat Arsenal. When we beat Arsenal tomorrow, not only does that do that, it gives us an opportunity to qualify for the top 4 properly. Obviously, I know that mathematically we can lose 2 games. West Ham win 2 games. I don't see the goal difference is 13 or 14. That's not changing. You understand? Aston Villa are piping Aston Villa. Come on, you know what I'm saying? That's.
But we're going to be beating Leicester as well. But we'll be
Leicester. I'm not even too, but we have the opportunity to also rest people ahead of certain games, because the last 2 Premier League games should become irrelevant at that point in time. So there are so many benefits. You know what I'm saying? Arsenal tears, no noise on the tier, like I'm launching without seeing some stupid tweets. You know, so many benefits from a content creator standpoint and from Chelsea's standpoint. Because like I said, people get to rest. People get to the Premier League would be dusted. We'd be done with the Premier League. We can concentrate on the UEFA Champions League moving forward. So for me, that's just how I see it. So I need us to do with them. You know?
Pump. Turn them backside, pump. That's what we need. Matisse, Mr. DT, just a few days ago, when they were still in the in the competition in Europa League with Villarreal, they thought in the second leg they were going to get that 1 goal and they're going to go through. He said, and it absolutely brushed me off the wrong way. He said, if Arsenal go into the final, Arsenal Man United Europa League final will be the most watched spectacle above Chelsea, Man City of Champions League. This is the audacity of this fan base. Do you know what I mean? And Arsenal Fan TV, Matisse, has about 1.3 million subscribers. And these are the information they're setting out and feeding to their fan base. It was just driving me mad, my man.
Like, not to be disrespectful, right? But it was naive. It was delusion. Do you know what I mean? For me, I just think, again, Arsenal, you know, first of all, I said they weren't going to get through against Villarreal anyway. I said that was going to be a draw. I was predicting 1-1. It ended up being 0-0. I just didn't think they'd be able to tactically get through the game. They've been lucky to even get to that point. Benfica, they hobbled over the line as well. But again, I just think that's DT forgetting how far they've fallen as a club, and B, just how big Chelsea versus Man City is. Like, it's not. First of all, Man City's fan base is I'm not gonna attest to them being a global fan base yet. They've still got work to do in that regard. But Chelsea are a global fan base.
Huge.
You go to Ghana, you go to Nigeria, Chelsea everywhere. SEN, Drogba, all these guys have really put us on the map in that respect. Kalu, all of these guys.
Just to give perspective to what you said, did you see the video of the fans celebrating in Africa after we qualified?
Of course.
And fam, that was an army, bro, in the streets, and that's one city. I'm not talking about other, because obviously man has been to Nigeria. If you see, fam, the number of people that wear Chelsea jerseys around as a casual thing, not even on match day, on Monday morning, is mad. It's mad.
Bro, Dami, we had the phones open on All You Can Eat Chelsea last week. The man of brothers from Africa, and there was one brother who was actually saying Arsenal fans are converting. They're converting into Norwich fans. Like, literally, they're losing fans.
I mean, even in America as well, big Chelsea following, Asia, big. So look, for me, right, it's just I can guarantee you that if you check that viewership of the Champions League final over the Europa League, there's going to be more viewers on that Chelsea versus Man City one. 100%. It's not gonna, it's not going to be up for discussion, in my opinion. The Champions League is more than just Chelsea and City fans. It would be the whole world that would be watching that game. The Champions League final is bigger than the Europa League final. End of discussion. And it doesn't really matter what two teams are in that Champions League final. It's always going to be bigger. And again, what is the point of that statement? I'm sorry. Again, DT, my bro, it's just clutching at straws. It's once again just clutching at straws. What does that statement even mean? So we're having
zero.
So now we're having a viewership competition. Do you know what I'm saying?
Who can lift the viewership trophy?
What, like, the thing is with DT, right? Me and him, like, obviously he doesn't really know me, but I disagree and agree with him so often because he's spitting facts on Roman Abramovich under Rory's tweet. Then he's saying something like that. I'm like, bro, just keep it a consistent W taking session for a bit so I can agree with you for a bit more. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just like, what does that statement even mean? Do you think I care who's watching more of what? If we win our second Champions League title, right, and you man are still going on about that stat padding from the Community Shields to be above us, we all know not every trophy is made equal. Just go and ask Tottenham fans with the Audi Cup. Not every trophy is made equal, right? You're trading every single Community Shield you own for 2 Champions Leagues. In fact, you're trading it for 1 Champions League. Every single one. You're taking them plates back to Oxfam and you're trading them in. 100%. I keep saying it. So let's not pretend every trophy is made equal, and let's not waste time making silly arguments about viewership when really this is about competitiveness. It's silly things like that kind of take up. This is why Arsenal, as a fan base, for me, and Lee says it a lot, this is why they'll never really get their ownership to really fully sell up.
So true, Matisse.
Because they get themselves distracted.
So true.
They get themselves distracted with so many silly little things that just don't mean shit to anybody, and they're not focused on actually putting the nail in the coffin in the Kroenke ownership.
Yeah.
How can you big up a Europa League final, which, by the way, you're not even going to be in, and at the same time then say, right, we need to get Kroenke out? It's one or the other. Either you're underperforming, and this Europa League final, the fact you're even in the Europa League is a disgrace, and you're going to hold that energy and say, listen, I don't give a shit that we're in the Europa League final because we're a Champions League team. Do you know what I'm saying? Or you can make stupid comparisons about viewership, and then the fight can become diluted. I don't really care because, like I said, it's not my club, and for long may the Kroenke stay in charge, because that just continues to mean the bias. But a team sitting in 10th place in the league, who, by the way, it's not like you've won the league and you've had a bad season like we did. You're actually slowly declining in 10th, and God knows where you're going to end up. Should not be trying to take banter to nobody. I'm sorry. If I was a Chelsea fan and my team had just got just before, if we're playing Villarreal on Thursday night, right? And my team were 10th, and the only thing we could cling to was viewership, I wouldn't be talking. I would just, like, sometimes just don't speak. Like, you don't have to say anything. You don't have to banter. You could just say nothing. Just accept what it is, and that's it. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't have to try and banter anyone. You could just say, we're shit right now, and that's it. End of discussion.
Yes,
just nothing more
so
to it.
true. Be humble. Be humble. People respect that a lot more. When I heard that from DT, oh man, I almost was going to do a video, just going, here's a message just for you. But then I realized, nah, you know what? Enough of that. I don't want to get myself into all of that anymore. But Dami, I want to talk to you about Mikel Arteta. I honestly thought, a lot about this guy when he first got appointed to Arsenal, thinking he's Pep Guardiola's sidekick. He's going to come in and he's going to do some madness. But I'm starting to think he's not the manager that we really think he is. I mean, I can't believe that Arsenal are still with this guy.
I was sold dreams. That's my message. I was sold dreams in it. I hate being sold dreams. People know this with Ziyech. People know this with Arteta. I hate being sold dreams. I was sold a dream that somebody was a student of the Guardiola Academy. I was sold a dream that he was going to pick up on all the good things on there. I didn't realize we're going to get him from Wish. You know, I'm coming from. I didn't know that's what was going to pop off. The way Arteta, like I keep saying, a lot of fans, go out and blame. And it's funny because I had the same conversation this morning as well. A lot of fans, when you ask your typical Arsenal fan what is the primary problem with that club, they will tell you the Cronkies. Now, the Cronkies could be a problem, okay? Financially, borrowing money from the government. They can do all these little bits and bobs, but the thing still stands. A team, okay, that has Nicola Pepe, as much as we know that Pulisic is a better player on his day. Also, Pepe is a good player. You've got Pepe, you've got Lacazette, you've got Aubameyang, you've got Saka, you've also got Thomas Partey, you've got all these, you've got
Tini, Gabriel,
you've got all these players in your team, and you are 10th. Are you mad? What are you doing? Like, how does that even make sense? So some Arsenal fans will fully sit down and tell you that the board aren't really backing him that much. Them brothers, look at the team they have. That team is not an 11th to 10th place team. I'm sorry. That team should not be there. At the bare minimum, they should be trying to push for the UCL positions, which is what Arsenal fans have been accustomed to doing. So when you've got people telling me that they've declined and that the Cronkies are the biggest issue, look at, see, like I keep saying, for a football club to be successful, certain layers need to be in check. You've got 4 major layers at a football team. You've got the ownership, okay? You've got the management. You've got the team, and you've got the fans. The fans are an issue at Arsenal, okay? The management is also an issue at Arsenal. Ownership is a problem, and some of the players, like of Hector Bellerin, should be putting on an Arsenal shirt. I'm sorry. They should not. This man has more foul throws than actual game involvements this season. Do you know how ridiculous that is? As a statistic, he's out there doing modeling things for Gucci and Burberry. What are you doing? Our friends are model there. What are you doing? Actually kick a ball. So for me, Mikel Arteta is part of the problem. He is a big part of that problem. And until that guy gets sacked or moved on, Arsenal are not going to progress anywhere. I promise you. And obviously, you could change owners and the owners come in and change the manager as well. But Arteta is a massive problem right now. And any Arsenal fan that fails to see that, I'm sorry. No more about your football club than you. Unfortunately.
No, 100%. I've seen you speaking Lee Gunner's channel, and he bigs you up all the time because you speak more facts than their own fan base. and he's like this.
It's ridiculous. Some Arsenal fans, there was an Arsenal fan that told me, and you might tell me what you think of this, before they got kicked out of the Europa League. If this is exact wording on God, he said if Arsenal managed to win the Europa League this season, Arteta should be registered as a cult hero because of what he's done. Are you mad? What sort of crack cocaine are you on? Can you give it to me, please? I need to relax. Does that make sense? It shows you where the level is at. And that also shows you the fans as well are an issue. You get me? It's mad.
100%. Matisse, let's bring it back to our fan base and our thing. We've been doing some madness. Premier League as well. We've got some good form leading into this game. Champions League, we're in the final. FA Cup, we've got a final to look forward straight after this. If you're Thomas Tuchel, right, and Thomas Tuchel so far has been saying the right things in the press conference, post-match, he's been doing the right gestures as well, the videos of him hugging Callum Hudson-Odoi, smashing him on the chest, giving him instructions, much like Pep Guardiola post-match, with Reece James and Billy Gilmour and all of that. He would be very, very aware that this could be a banana skin type of a, situation, this match where, everyone's expecting Chelsea to win. The form is on us. Arsenal absolutely in the mud. They got nothing to play for in this match. But Matisse, you're 100% believing that Thomas Tuchel is not going to let complacency seep into this particular team at all, right?
No. They're honestly, if this team is even thinking about being complacent, just go and show them that Arsenal performance from the Emirates. Honestly,
yeah,
just get the bloody clip out, get the game out, and just make them watch the full 90 minutes, like fully, like on their lunch break or whatever. Just make them watch the game, the actual game. End of discussion. Like there's no room for complacency in this match after the performance that was given at the Emirates. There's no room for complacency when top four is not shown up. If these guys are even thinking about it, show them the game, because I don't know how you can come into there's no possibilities for me how you can come into this game and be complacent, because us as fans, we know what our purpose is in this game. We want redemption. Do you know what I'm saying? There's no fans going into this. There's no Chelsea fan going into this game saying, "Oh, it's only Arsenal, and you know who cares what happens? We're in Champions League final, we're in FA Cup final. We don't really care. Basically, top four's done." I haven't heard that once. I'm just hearing Chelsea fans say, "Listen, we want revenge on that scoreline.
Yeah,
we want to win. We want this game done." It's still Arsenal. Like, as bad as Arsenal are, the game is still against Arsenal. And there's no time in my lifetime you're going to tell me where I don't want a W against Arsenal. It's not possible. Like, it's not. We're not playing like. Obviously, I want to win in every game, but you're still playing Arsenal. And
like, even if it was a friendly, right, Matisse? Even if it was a friendly, I don't care.
Like, banter aside, Arsenal, the name still holds weight. Do you know what I'm saying? As far as they drop, then their name still holds some weight. We have a rivalry there. So this is a London derby. This is not no Mickey Mouse thing where you can just turn up and just say, "Oh, we don't care." No way, especially not after that Emirates performance. So there's no complacency. It should be a win, and anything other than a win would be a massive disappointment, because this team, for as well as they've been playing now, they should not be dropping points against Arsenal.
And moving into the go on, Dami.
Sorry about that. I said I might be going the extra mile. I don't know. Matisse said, "I just want to win." We can, a win. They can go there and they can do a shit house and they now manage to script. I don't want anything like that. I need a battering.
Yeah,
you hear me? I need conviction. See, I just need to see the blood in their eyes. I need to see fire in their eyes. I need Timo on smoke. I need all them players to have some serious fire in their eyes. Because the way they lost here, I've never been that angry, bro. I don't get that angry. That game, you don't lose 3-1 or whatever the hell the scoreline was to the worst Arsenal team I have seen in this century, blood. You understand? You don't do that and not shaft them later in your own ends.
I want them mentally dismantled, Dami. I want them mentally dismantled.
Honestly, I need to see a performance of the highest caliber from that Chelsea team. I don't care who's playing. Marcos Alonso, Billy. I don't care. I fully do not care. I need to see an actual proper I want us to dispatch them like Royal Mail with a 24-day delivery, fam. You understand? 24-hour delivery. I need us to dispatch them immediately without anything. I want us to be so done with them. People don't just seem to understand where I'm coming from. I need it to be clinical, bro. I don't want any sort of big man thing. It needs to be clinical. And
Enough said. Enough said. We understand. I Test Merchant, thank you so much again for the super chat, my man. We need revenge versus Arsenal getting too cocky. It's not even cocky anymore, man. The stuff that I see sometimes from them, it's just, there's another account. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's a good fellow and whatnot, but Pavs every time, man, sometimes some of the tweets he puts out and tries to trigger the Chelsea fan base, I'm like, are you just taking the piss or something at the moment?
That's like CFC Ralph on our side. Some brothers is just there to just trigger others. Like like United Trey, you know what I'm saying?
Man, it is what it is. You're right, absolutely right. Boys, we're coming to an end of this show. We've talked about City, we've talked about Arsenal, but before we wrap things up, guys, we've got over 130 people. Please smash the like button. Get it to at least 100 likes right now. If you're enjoying it, and as I said, my people here in the panelists, Matisse and DaMi, the socials are in the description. Literally, the link is there. Go out there and subscribe and help them achieve their goals as well. And they've got some great content coming up later today or tomorrow and whatnot. But Matisse, this particular match, obviously, we've got the FA Cup final as well, something to think about just around the corner. But this match, if I was to say one player, because it's always tough to choose a team because there's going to be rotation and whatnot, lots of games coming up. But if I was to ask you, Matisse, one player that you definitely want to see in this game, and you want them to absolutely put the dagger straight through Arsenal, who's that one player that you're going to say, this brother, I want to see him start?
I think I want to see. I think Kai Havertz or Giroud. Well, no, I'm at a toss between Giroud or Kai Havertz. I think it will edge towards Kai because of Giroud's lack of minutes and Tammy's lack of minutes. I just think they're not involved anymore. But Mason Mount could come back in as well because he hasn't played now last weekend, so he could come back into the team. I think, I think one of those two I would have really put the dagger in now. They're top players, Kai and Mace. I think those two can come back in and
can you imagine Kai Havertz guys out there in bags of brace?
Yeah,
Ooh, of course. The timeline.
They're the guys. They're the guys, definitely, for sure.
No, brilliant. Dami, for yourself, one man that you want to see in our lineup, and also one man, I want to twist this up a little bit for you as well. One man that you want to have their pants pulled down and embarrassed from the Arsenal side of things. Who would that be? You're on mute, by the way, just in case if you start talking.
Xhaka is not out. Yeah? He's not injured, is he, Xhaka?
Xhaka, maybe because he didn't play against Villarreal, did he? I'm not sure if he played against West Brom. Might be still injured, but I would have to go with you as well.
If Xhaka is fit, we need to pull his pants down. You understand? Yeah. We need to embarrass him. You know what? We need to. But if Xhaka is fit,
the guy scored a freaky goal against us the last time. The audacity.
Fam. If he's fit, we need to touch him, fam. I'm sorry. As far as people for Chelsea, they're saying that he is. If Xhaka is playing, which he probably will, be. If when the attack playing last time, was it left wing back or something like that? Wherever he plays, I just need us to spin him. And would I want to spin him? King Kai. You know what I'm saying? King Kai. If anyone is going to get somebody a red card or something, it's King Kai. You know, I'm coming from. Havertz is my boy. Obviously, I'm not going to go with Mason Mount because I knew that he's going to start and he's going to give it his all anyways. But I feel like if I'm talking redemption, maybe Pulisic, because I remember Pulisic being abysmal in that game. I remember Pulisic being very abysmal in that game. I can't forget.
Timo Werner was bad as well. Didn't he get hooked off at half-time? He got hooked off at half-time, I think. Timo Werner.
I can't even remember. But I do know that them brothers were not that good in it. But I'm just trying to see Havertz on smoke. If I get Havertz on smoke, hat-trick settings, Xhaka red card. Woo!
Baby, that's right, my man. That's right. Well, honestly, boys, it's been mad pleasure. We're going to have, just to let the live chat know, 130 plus people. I'm going to have another double upload today. Lucky for you guys, we're going to have the preview of the Arsenal game straight after the press conference, whenever that is. I believe it may be 1:30, and then we might go 2 p.m. UK on the preview. But Matisse, let the live chat know about your big show coming up, the time. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be up. There's no sleep for me tonight. I'm going to be up. I may even call in sick tomorrow. Who cares? But let us know what you got coming. Tell me. Hopefully my manager's not watching this, bro. I'm in big trouble if my manager's watching this.
Troops and Czar at 9 p.m. On my channel. That's going to be a lot of fun. Obviously, they're both they're both in New York, so that's why the time is the way it is. I haven't actually done any Arsenal content on my channel until that point. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that because obviously those two, Troops especially has been Arteta out for a while, and it'll be good to break bread. You know, there's not going to be any real. I don't believe they're going to stick it on my team too much because they.
Matisse, make sure to say trust your process. Yeah, just say that. Just say that to Troops.
My defense of my team will be there if any battle arises, but I'm sure in their predicament right now it won't come too much. So yeah, we're looking forward to that, and then tomorrow, London Clubs Carnage as well will be on as per usual, and then the game as well. So yeah, there's a lot of content coming up on the channel. Yesterday took the day off, just let things settle. Man City to Arsenal the day in, but just let things settle. And we're back tonight, with Troops and Czar from New York.
That's brilliant, man. I can't wait for that. That's going to be epic. Dami, my boy, what you got going on? Besides coding, I know you're coding some stuff. So besides all of that, what else is going on?
That man asked me to do some fun things, but we're moving it. You know what I'm saying? I will sort it out by God's grace. But in more entertaining perspective, today, so obviously at 4 p.m, going to be previewing the Arsenal game. Got the boy Lee Gunner on. You know what I'm saying? Not a surprise. That's obviously going to be. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to go live at 4 p.m. And obviously tomorrow before the Arsenal game, Matisse and I, football shenanigans, you know, I'm saying 4 p.m. tomorrow as well, right before the game.
Right.
Throw all the smoke and get all the Arsenal fans that want to get involved. You could bring the likes of Toby. Anybody that wants to catch smoke tomorrow can come onto that stream and witness that. But nah, content-wise, everything is popping off, you know what I mean? Had an episode of DAMI Talks yesterday, but we're eating good. We're eating good at the DAMI Institution. Consistency in it. That's what we're doing.
I love it, bro. I love it. The DaMi Institution is buzzing. Honestly, it is. I've tuned in a couple of times in some of your lives, man. They really pop off. Some of the comments are unbelievable. It's different levels over there.
Has a reputation for being wild. Matisse loves my comments as well. As much as he refuses to admit it, I know he loves my comment section. Every guest that has love my comment section.
But
so like,
Dami, I won't even lie, bro. Some of the comments I'm reading, I have no idea what is going on. It's different language, bro.
I don't know. I don't know what they are doing. I don't know what they have for breakfast. But you know, I'm not complaining either. So like, what happens in it. So
absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that pretty much wraps us up. Do tune in possibly around 2 p.m. UK. If not, have the notifications on at least, and subscribe if you're here new so that you're always aware what's going on. Smash the like button before you go. And as I said, my panel, their socials in the description. Go out and follow them. And yeah, until next time, everyone. See ya.